A Bay Area man with a successful marketing career is now calling out the industry and others for not responding to the recent hate crimes against Asian Americans. Eric Toda is a marketing executive for Facebook, and he recently wrote an article saying that, quote, many people, my people, are dying in silence. Now, I spoke today with the East Bay father of two, and he says the violence brought back some painful memories for him and his family, and he says he is calling on people to act.
As these attacks continue to happen, as people continue to die due to these anti-Asian hate crimes, it brought up a memory of in the late 90s, my grandfather was beaten in a hate crime in the outer Richmond at Land's End. They labeled it as a hate crime because nothing was stolen. He was just beaten and he was left at Land's End to die. And I've actually suppressed that number for quite some time. Haven't thought about it until I started seeing more and more reports of more Asian elders getting beaten, pushed down, and that continues to happen. Just yesterday, a woman in Queens was pushed down, had a number of stitches, and these attacks continue to happen, and it's a trend that's very, very troubling.
Yeah, and you say that very few people are standing up against these unprovoked attacks. In fact, I want to read something that you wrote in this article penned for Adweek, and you said, today, I am terrified that we are witnessing one of the largest stretches of hate crime against Asian Americans in my lifetime. And you go on to say, no one is paying attention, no big news outlets, no brands, no influencers, no hashtags, silence.
Yeah, I wrote that after watching the Super Bowl. And, I watched a lot of those commercials. I work in the marketing industry myself, and it just got me wondering, what if one of these 30-second spots was used to condemn the violence and murder that's happening in the streets against my community? And I just had enough. I had enough, and I knew I needed to stand up. No one was standing up. I look at any of my social feeds, no one was talking about it. And I realized that over time, I've built a great marketing career. But at the end of the day, if all people remember me as a marketer, then I didn't do it right. And so I wanted to stand up. I wanted to make my voice heard. And it was really sad to me to see that my voice was really needed. And so I was happy to do it. But also we have so much more to go to push forward and to bring more awareness to the subject.
Yeah, I mean, it is being heard. And Eric, it is such a strong and powerful voice. But as someone who is in the industry, what do you think needs to change? What do executives, what does the marketing industry need to do to try to combat this?
I think the marketing industry needs to acknowledge it first and foremost. I think I look at all these commercials, and, I'm in the industry. I see the messages. We spent an entire year claiming we were anti-racist. And now we're facing one of the biggest anti-Asian hate crime sprees, 19,000% in New York, and no one is saying anything. Where are all the anti-racist brands now? Where are all the anti-racist marketers now? And I need them to stand up. I need them to come forward, not just in solidarity with me, but for every single one of their communities, because they employ a lot of Asian Americans.